I'm Ashton Lancaster, and it is April 2020 when I'm creating this video. I'm using version 7.2.3.1 of EpiInfo, released in June 2019. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an option box in the Form Designer area of EpiInfo, as well as how to access the information that is stored for each of those answers. So we'll start by clicking Create Forms, and you'll open up this window and click New Project to begin creating your form or survey. First, you'll have to name your project. This cannot include any spaces. So for an example, I'll call it Option Box Project. You can change the storage location, add a description if you would like to, but for now, I'm not going to change any of that. For the form name, I'm just going to call it Option Box, similar to the project name, and click OK. It will then take us to a blank form where we can add questions, prompts, different choices, and different ways to input data. On the left here, it shows us that we're on page 1 of our project, and underneath it has fields, which are the different things that we can insert onto our page. We'll go over to Option on the left, double click it, and you'll open up the form to create this. First, you'll do a question or prompt. For example, I'm going to say, what is your favorite quarantine activity? You can add punctuation, capital letters, spaces, anything in here, and it will automatically fill this in as your field name. You can change the field name if you would like to, but I usually keep the field name as the same as my prompt, just so it's easy for me to find and easy to know what it is. Then you can choose whether the options or the answer choices for your question are listed vertically or horizontally. I think it looks a little bit neater vertically, so I'll leave it that way. And you can choose whether they are aligned on the left or the right side of the option box. Again, I'm going to leave them on the left as default, and you can also change the number of choices. So I'll create 4 just for this example. And we can say walking or running, cooking, doing a puzzle, and I'll just say other to encompass some other activities people might want to do. For visual appearances, I like to change the prompt font to be a bit bigger and bolder than the answer choices. So I typically select bold, but you can choose any font you want and increase it to about 16 to make it stand out. You can click OK, click OK again, and it will create your option box here. You have the option to click on it, stretch it out, do different things. You can also right-click it to edit any of the information contained within it. But for now, I'm going to go to Enter Data to show you how the answer choices are stored once people fill this out. And it tells you that a data table has not been created. We'll have to create one in order to access the data stored for each time it's filled out. I'm just going to call it Option Box Table. It automatically fills in your form name as the data table name. For congruency, the starting ID is 1, meaning that the first record is number 1. And it will count up from there 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll click OK. And then it will open up very similar looking form where we can input data. You can see you no longer have the option to add different fields on the left, and you have some different options up here. So first I'll click New Record. Currently it has an asterisk as the record of 0, meaning we have no records yet. Once I hit New Record, we now will have 1 of 1 records after we save it. So I'll start and say walking, running, go over here and click Save. Now it says 1 of 1. If I click New Record again, I can add another one, say doing a puzzle, save it, new record, walking, running, save that, do another new record, we'll say other and save that. To access the data is the part that makes a little bit less sense than if you were to just create it without any directions. So we'll go to find, and this opens up a list of search fields over here. The one we're interested in is what is your favorite quarantine activity, which is the field name from when we created our option box. You don't go in here and search walking/running. If you do that, you won't find any results and it tells you that it's invalid. It's because the data for an option box is stored numerically, meaning that the first choice in your option box is stored as a 0, the next as a 1, the next as a 2, 3, and so on. So if we were to search 0, it would give us all the results for walking and running. You can see that I have 2 records that selected walking and running. If I search a 1, we didn't choose any that said 1. So in our example, nobody said cooking. It tells you that there are no records. If we search 2, which I put as doing a puzzle, you can see there was 1 record. If you search 3, which would be other, you can see again that there's 1 record. If you were to search 6, we didn't create that, so there are no records found. And if you were to type in any type of punctuation or letters again, like doing, tells you it's invalid. So when you're finished with this, you can simply click back and go back. You can create more records, new records. You can edit your records if you click back through here. It'll show you 3 of 4, 2 of 4. And you can also go back and edit the original form if you would like to. And that is pretty much all you will need to use an option box. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.